Okay, Facebook, time for me to post one of those wonderful little video rants. And of course, it is going to be about Baltimore. Surprise! I would write a really long status right now of how I feel about this and what my thoughts are, but I just don't think it would translate well. And I've never done something like this before, so easy on the negative comments. If you hear the background music, it's actually a song by Alice in Chains. It's called Your Decision, and I think it fits the subject very well because I really think that this whole ridiculous riot bullshit in Baltimore is really based off of one decision, and that's a really poor decision. It doesn't matter. Before I continue, let me just put it out there that yeah, I'm white and I have blonde hair and blue eyes and I have a beautiful white girl and she's 4. But I'm not a racist American. I have served 6 years in the military and I have met many different cultures, many different nationalities, many different races of people, and they're all beautiful and each one of them means something to me. Married to a Hispanic man, so he's almost black, that counts. I have black friends. I have really, really good black friends that I would consider family and I would do anything for. So now that that's out on the table, I can continue to talk without looking like a racist white bitch. What's going on in Baltimore right now really, really scares me because not very long ago we just struggled with the Ferguson case. And maybe 2 days after it made headlines and blew up everywhere, I noticed that my neighbor posted a sign in her front yard that said Black Lives Matter. I noticed people with bumper stickers saying Black Lives Mattered, and my Facebook was flooded with Black Lives Matter, and Black lives of course matter. Why wouldn't they? White lives matter. Asian lives matter. Everyone's life fucking matters. But if the riot is supposed to protest how you feel as a African American, you're really not doing a good job at sending that image by breaking and burning and destroying the property of a hardworking American and looting the stores, damaging fire hydrants and fire hoses that firefighters are using to try to control the situation, keep fires down, whatnot. It's really sad. I know many black African American men and women who I work with every day that are so smart and so strong and work their asses off for every penny to the dollar that they take home every single day. And we joke, we laugh, we hang out. I mean, it's just normal. And to see people running around in the streets of Baltimore claiming that they're victims of racism and white this and white that, and Freddie Gray died because he received a spinal injury. Well, then I guess that means that a bunch of white cops just ganged up on him in a room and beat the shit out of him or something. You know what? At the end of the day, no one knows yet exactly why he died. There's the talk of the spinal injury, but we don't actually know what happened. If the cops played a part in his death, then that's really sad. But like I said, we don't know. What scares me is that people are making the decision to tear apart their own city, and they think that that's going to send some kind of message along the way that if we riot and burn things down and beat the shit out of the police, then they're gonna be nice to us because we're throwing a fucking hissy fit. My kid's 4 years old, and she has a speech impediment and can't even clearly tell me what's wrong with her sometimes. She goes into violent fits of rage where she beats the hell out of me, beats the hell out of herself, beats the hell out of the person standing next to her, and I don't allow it. I gotta sit her down. I gotta tell her to take a deep breath. I gotta tell her to focus and try again. Now, what is it you were trying to tell me? Baltimore, you need to fucking sit down and take a deep breath and refocus and try again. Because if you're really trying to send an image right now that Black Lives Matter and the African American lives, the community, are important people, which you are going backwards tenfold. I'm looking on my Facebook page right now and I'm seeing these little memes that say stupid things like, nothing screams justice like vandalizing someone's property. But they're right. Or the one with Martin Luther King, scrolling up to see it again. And there's a picture of him holding his fist up proudly during one of his speeches, and he said, I had a dream, and all of you niggers are fucking it up. Like, that's embarrassing. You guys should really be fucking ashamed of yourself. And when I say you guys, I'm speaking clearly just the Baltimore rioting folk. It hurts me to see this. It hurts me to know that so many people are banding together for the worst possible reason on earth. We have earthquakes in Nepal killing people that we could be focusing our time on, people that are sick, just so many other things that we could be focusing our fucking time on, and we are going to piss our pants and throw hissy fits in the fucking streets of Baltimore. The scary part is that what that does is send fear into so many other people. It sends anger into other people. White people who are angry are going to look at the black person they see next and just automatically think that guy's a fucking piece of shit. And maybe he's a scholar. Maybe he's a fucking heart surgeon. You don't know. And black people are going to look at the white person next to them and think this person's scum. This person's a piece of shit. The fact that my neighbor had to post a sign in her front yard when we live in a quiet, teeny tiny little neighborhood with a cul-de-sac and an elementary school right down on the corner of the road, to tell everyone in the neighborhood that her life, her daughter's life, matters, was heartbreaking. Why do we have to protest that? Why do we have to riot that these lives matter? Why can't we say Freddie Gray died? It is incredibly sad the way he died. And take on the situation in an educational way. Protest is freedom of speech. Why can't we gather our thoughts and clearly communicate it to, the Baltimore Police Department or the state or even the president? Why do we have to take it upon ourselves to destroy a city, destroy lives, and literally scare the fuck out of everybody else who's watching? Because I can tell you right now, it hurts me as a white American to see someone in passing who has darker skin than me and say good morning or hey, how are you, the way I always do, and I get looked at like I'm the devil. these kind of events cause those sort of things to happen across the nation, and it's horrifying to know that I am raising a child in this America today. If anything were to come out of posting this video, I would hope that we make better decisions, that we not look at other people and judge, and we not look at other people and categorize them and stereotype them, that we try to fix this in little tiny baby steps, the way I try to help my daughter with her speech and her emotions. She can't clearly tell me what's wrong. I have to get her to sit down, look at me in the eye, don't think about anything else, and just breathe. Baltimore needs to breathe. America needs to fucking breathe and chill the fuck out. I have friends that are police officers. I have a friend who unfortunately is working in Baltimore right now for the fire department. Trey, be careful. And I know for a fact that they would give their last breath for anyone on the other side of the badge. White, black, Asian, Indian, doesn't fucking matter. And to know that there are men and women in uniform in Baltimore that are getting rocks thrown at them. Last I checked, there were several injured, one in critical care and unresponsive right now. And so that means that there is possibly a husband, a wife, a child somewhere whose parent didn't come home because somebody was angry and didn't know how to clearly communicate their emotions and their feelings, and they threw a rock at mommy or daddy. When you see this video, I really just want you to make a better decision. Don't keep commenting on Facebook and say stupid racist shit, because it's not fucking helping it. Don't comment Black Lives Matter. Don't go and rant, I'm an African American and I have a voice and yada yada yada. Just make better decisions. Be civil with one another. Be kind with one another. You don't know what someone deals with personally on an everyday basis. There's just no way of knowing. Make better decisions. Just take a deep breath and gather your thoughts and clearly communicate them. My heartfelt prayers are with Baltimore, with the family of the man who died in prison, with the families of the men and women in law enforcement, and even for the families that have somebody out there right now rioting, blindly, angry, raging, not at all focused, not at all really going in a direction, just fucking going because they're mad. My prayers are with them as well, that their knucklehead sons or daughters put down the rocks and the torches and pitchforks and decide to come home safely. And I hope that Baltimore survives this. I hope that we as a nation survive this, and I just honestly hope that we make better decisions and that we start doing better instead of this, because this is not okay.